Hello there, World of Tankers. I'm Blitz, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the ×5 experience boosters. Now, these I personally feel are very, very hurtful for the game, not only for the matchmaker, but your personal win rate, and even toxicity in the chat. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you why I really don't feel that these belong in the game. But really quick before I do that, I just want to say that if any of you aren't subscribed to the channel, it says 48% of my viewers on average aren't subscribed to my channel. And if you're a concurrent viewer, you're coming back for my reviews and everything else like that, make sure to subscribe. It's just a little click and it really does help my channel out. And it's just a number that really helps me, and I really just want to get to 10,000 subscribers. So of course, if you don't like my content, don't feel obliged at all to subscribe. But if you do like it and you find yourself coming back, please do hit that button down below. But with that aside, you may be even thinking, what are these ×5 boosters? I haven't even seen them. Well, they're a sort of new concept that's been coming into the game, I'd say in the past month or so. And if you've been looking in bundles lately, there aren't any bundles now that currently contain them, except for bundles where you get the tank as well with it. But there used to be a bundle where you could get around 20 ×5 experience boosters with like 30 with 3,000 gold, and you could as well get premium with it. And as well, you got the Object 2-5 view. You can get 10 of them 5 times. Same for the Great 5 Victors bundle. And I was thinking about all of these bundles, and I'm like, well, if they all give you ×5 experience, this can't be great for the game. And it's a pretty simple reason why. Many of you players were around for the time of Update 5.5.
Meet Update 5.5 for World of Tanks Blitz.
This was the turning point of World of Tanks Blitz, when a lot of Seal Clubbers were at the lower tiers. Just a little brief synopsis. Pretty much Wargaming was like, okay, guys, we need to stop these Seal Clubbers at lower tiers. They're ruining the game, they're stopping newer players from grinding up the tiers, and they're causing people to quit the game because it's no fun going up against tanks that just absolutely murder you in one shot at tier 2 and 3. So Wargaming's like, okay, we need to fix this. Let's lay down the hammer. So they laid down the hammer. They got rid of all of the overpowered tanks, and the ones that they didn't get rid of turned into crap by making them collectors and then taking away all the good guns, pretty much giving them the bad stock, the bad stock guns. So that happened. Wargaming got rid of all the tier 1 tanks. They got rid of a couple even the tier 7 tanks of the game. And when they did that, it caused a lot of those players which were down there, and remember that some of these players might have 50,000 games, but 10,000 of them were in a T18 or a T82. So those 50,000 games that they had equated to maybe 20 million free experience. And what Wargaming would do is they would either have those people convert the experience and they'd go get a tier 10 and ruin tier 10, or they would go buy a Smasher or a WZ-120 because those tanks came out after the Seal Clubbers update happened. So that was sort of the issue with Update 5.5, is it brought all of those people that were down there seal clubbing up to the higher tiers. Then it also caused a second bad effect where a bunch of newer players that are playing the game are now very quickly grinding up the tiers because it's not very confusing. It's not like you're going from a tier 1 to a tier 2 to a different tier 2, then to a tier 3, and then you're splitting up into like 50 different tech trees. Now it's just, oh, you're going straight down the path, very easy, very simple experience grinding, straight down to the tier 10. So it also brought newer players very quickly up to tier 10. So there were two cause and effect issues that really sort of screwed up the tier 10 matchmaker. Now, I personally don't mind it that much because not only are the players worse on my team, but they're also worse on the enemy team, which makes me a pretty decent player now able to kill not great players a lot easier than it was before, where I'd be very scared to pull out if I knew they were a bad player. Now I'll just pull out and obliterate them. So it also helps me get more damage out. My average damage has increased quite a bit since Update 5.5. It might just be because I'm getting better at the game, but who knows? It could have been Update 5.5 going up against bad players that has increased my win rate. But that's sort of the cause and effect with Update 5.5, but the main thing that a lot of people say is that it caused newer players to very easily grind right up the tiers. So now, when you're at tier 10, you might be dealing with a 35%er. And that's where we start to lead into the ×5 experience boosters. So let's say you're a newer player into the game and you see these boosters and you think it's a great opportunity to help you grind down the tier that you're really just suffering in. So you get this, it's 15 bucks, and you get 20 of them and you get 5,000 gold, enough to convert it, and as well you get 30 days of premium. So you're earning, let's say, 1,000 experience on average a game, and that means that these times 5 experience boosters, which I'm pretty sure only work on victories, that means you're going to be getting 100,000 experience because it's 20, so you're going to be getting 100,000 experience in 1 hour of gameplay. Now, for me, back when I started playing this game, and I would do something like that, you would still have to earn an experience with a premium tank. It's not like when you get a premium tank, you're just skipping the ways through the tier. Of course, you're getting a tier 8 or a tier 10, but to earn a tech tree tier 10, you have to use the experience you've earned on that tank. And while these boosters only work on that tank, you're still able to convert it. So it's not like you're doing any of the work. You're only playing 10 games, how many games you're playing, and it's multiplying the amount of experience you're getting by 5 times. And then the real kicker is that one of my friends said, well, if you run the boosters, which the combat experience booster, the purple one, which you can get out of huge containers pretty easily, that's going to give you 90% more experience, and that's going to apply it before the times 5. So if you're getting 1,000 on average, let's round it up to 2,000 with that purple booster, and then the times 5's coming in, that's going to be multiplying that by 5, so you're getting 10,000 experience on average a single game with that booster. If you added the free experience one, let's say 11,000, so you're able to grind about 220,000 experience, or something like that, in an hour. Now that is a crazy amount of experience. That means that you're able to get from, let's say, tier 1 to about tier 8, fully upgrade the tank, and still have experience left over. It's just, in my opinion, a little bit wonky that you're able to earn experience that quickly. If they were times 2 boosters or times 3 boosters, I'd say, you know what, that's fine. But just the fact that now you've got newer players that can buy these boosters when they come in bundles, and they come in all the time, and they're pretty cheap, so keep your eyes opened. But the issue with that is it's very, very easy for a not-so-great player to pick those up, and, well, they're not so great, so as well, a bad player before isn't going to be getting as much experience. When you're grinding up the tiers, the point of the grind, in my opinion, is so that you learn the concepts of the game. If you just buy a tier 8, sure, you're buying the tier 8, but you're still going to learn how to play it eventually, because you're grinding all the experience you need to get the tier 10 or whatever tech tree tank you're trying to grind. While you might be spending gold to convert it, you're still playing a tank and learning how to use it. When you're getting these boosters, it's cutting that time in half. It's cutting it in half by 5 times, which is a crazy amount of time that they've taken away, so you're not learning that much. In fact, if you had 50 of those boosters, you could probably get to a tier 10 within a day, and that is crazy that you can get from a tier 1 to a tier 10 as not a great player. If you're not a great player before, you're not going to be earning that much experience too. You got to remember that if you're not a good player, I can average maybe 2,000 experience a game, or 1,500. A bad player, maybe 800, maybe 600. With these times 5s, it's going to exponentially increase how much experience they're earning a game. Again, causing them to really jump up in the tiers. So you probably understand why I really think this is hurtful for the game. Because now, before with update 5.5, this is another cause and effect. So update 5.5, of course, brought those newer players in. It's causing those newer players to grind up the tiers quicker because there's less confusion. It's easier to just go straight through the path right up to the tier 10. Well, now you're going straight up through the path, and not to mention you're getting times 5 experience boosters. If you're spending little money, $10, $5, you can get these boosters and run straight up to tier 10 very, very quickly. And in my opinion, I've actually seen a notice in the teams getting worse and worse lately. If you guys have been paying attention, let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me. But in my personal games, I think that the teams have been getting way, way worse in the past couple months, just as soon as these boosters started coming out. They are very, very new to the game, and I honestly feel that these boosters can really be affecting the players that are coming into tier 10. I think that a person with less than 500 games, less than 600 games, could easily get a tier 10 if they had 20 or 30 of these boosters they got in a bundle. And Wargaming is giving these out like nothing. They're just in every single bundle. The Object 252, you get 10 of them. The 5 Victors bundle, you're getting 10 of them. Pretty much every tank that's come into the store lately, you're getting 10 of them, 20 of them. And while you do have to play the tank, as I said, to get them, it's even better for you because you're going to be earning more experience in a premium tank than you are in a standard tank. So I personally do not agree with the times 5 experience boosters. I think that they 100% should not be in the game. They're very hurtful. I feel that it's hurting my win rate. I feel that it's hurting the matchmaker. It's putting worse and worse players in the matchmaker. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If I'm full of crap and just baloney is spraying out of my mouth, Let me know in the comments down below if you think that this is all just superstition. Of course, I could be completely wrong on this, but it just seems to me like the matchmaker has been much worse lately, especially in ratings battles. Do not do ratings whatever you do. Oh my god, they are the worst teams I've ever had. But this isn't sort of a rant video. I just want to let you guys know that I feel that these are definitely hurting the matchmaker. I feel that they could be hurting your win rate, and it's something that's very simple and can be very easily overlooked just because of, oh, it's a nice ×5 experience booster. But I just wanted to bring this to all of your attention, so let me know in the comments down below what you think. Of course, as I said in the beginning, if you're not subscribed and you stuck till the end of the video, I hope you did like it, and make sure to subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Hope you're all happy and healthy out there.